Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing kind of like a follow-up video to my previous video that I posted the other day. I did a full face using all the drugstore award winners, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see a high-end version of this, and you said yes, and so I'm going to be doing that today. I went through the Allure Best of Beauty award winners again, and this time I didn't buy like every single one like I did with the drugstore one, just because that would be like so pricey, to be honest. And also, I kind of did more research. Like, I clicked on things, I read some reviews, and if the reviews didn't really match the hype, I didn't personally pick it up. I'm either just going to use things that I've already used before that won awards, or things that really intrigued me, and so I didn't buy every single thing that won, obviously, but there are some new things that I'm going to be sharing with you, as well as some things that are tried and true that I absolutely love that I can't wait to share with you guys. I mean, I've already shared a lot of these on my channel already, but it'll be kind of fun to have them all in one place, and it's kind of fun that some of my favorite things won awards. So here's the before and after, so you guys can kind of see what look we're gonna do today. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get into this. I think we should just get started, okay? The first thing I wanted to kind of share with you, actually, yeah, okay, let's do this. I was really intrigued by the Laneige eye sleeping mask. Obviously, this is something that, you know, is meant to hydrate and depuff before you sleep. I'm gonna try it right now anyways. This package actually came today. I was planning on hopefully being able to try this overnight and like being able to have a better opinion on it for you guys, but you know, it just arrived late this afternoon, and so the packaging is really cute. So in the little sleeve, it looks like this. You have the actual bottle of product, and then you have the applicator. So let's go ahead and put this together, okay? I'm gonna dip the applicator into the bottle, and then let's apply this. It has like a ceramic applicator, which is so freezing cold. It's so nice. Obviously, this will totally be something that I'll have to keep using because it's skincare, you know? Like, I can't tell you, oh my gosh, this is amazing after one go. But I can tell you it's a very lightweight texture. The applicator was extremely cold and soothing on the eyes, and it feels really rejuvenating. I'm liking it, actually. I tend to go for more lightweight products around my eyes. I don't know. I just really like more gel-like formula, so I feel like I might end up liking this. Wow, it's really feeling like it's cooling off my eye area, and I can see why it says it depuffs. I'm actually gonna go kind of backwards today. I usually go in with eyes first, but I'm not gonna be doing a very complex eye look, and you'll see why later. So let's go in and prep the skin. The Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer won an award. I've had this in my why did I say that? I've had this in my collection, my drawers, I don't know, for a while now, and to be honest, I haven't used it too much. I think I've only used it one time, and it is a very nice product, but this is making me want to like try it for a longer amount of time. It's a very lightweight, very cooling, kind of almost gel moisturizer, and it has a little bit of luminosity to it. It also smells really good. You guys can kind of probably see the luminosity it gives. Sorry about my stain on my hands. It's actually a lip product I'm gonna be trying out. I swatched it when it came in, and apparently it's a lip stain, so that's fun. I feel really like nice and prepped. I like how the eye product went on. I like how that primer went on. First Aid Beauty is a really great brand for if you have sensitive skin, especially. The Ultra Repair Cream has been a staple in my stuff for a very long time. It's so great, and everything that I try from them is really awesome. The new avocado concealer that they make is so bomb. You guys should try it if you haven't, for just an everyday kind of concealer. It's lightweight, it's wonderful, I've been loving it. So before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and fill my brows. The brow pencil that won is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is a good brow pencil. I don't think it's one that I end up using like a ton, if I'm honest. Oh my word, this one's all gone. Oh no.
Hello?
Hello, are you nearby? I grabbed the wrong Goof Proof pencil. It's all gone. All right, so here's the pencil. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in the brows. I do think it's a really good shape for a quick kind of brow fill-in situation if you need to run out the door. And I'm using the shade 4, if you're wondering. The one thing I can always count on with Benefit brow products is the longevity. Like, these brows will stay on for so long, which I really appreciate because I don't have that many brow hairs naturally, so I need something that's gonna last. All right, so those are the brows for now. For foundation, there's actually several foundations that won, and I want to kind of mention too that I am so happy that won awards. One of them actually won an award last year, I'm pretty sure. It's the bareMinerals Complexion Rescue. It's basically like a BB cream, and it won the BB cream award. It is such a good product. I've been using this for years, so I wanted to give that a shout out if you're looking for a good one. I've been actually like using this again. I took a break for a little while, and then ever since I started using the bareMinerals Complexion Rescue Defense, I I tried this on top of it and I've been loving it for everyday and quick makeup. So I want to mention that. And then for a long wearing foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup won an award, which I absolutely agree with. This is one of the best long wearing foundations I've ever tried. It's one of my very favorites as well. So I wanted to kind of give those a shout out. However, I had another foundation that won an award in my collection and I haven't tried it yet. This won an award for the best lightweight foundation, but I know it's straight pigment, so I'm assuming it's gonna have a lot of coverage. It's the Dermablend Flawless Creator Foundations or Multi-Use Liquid Pigments. I have 2 shades that were sent to me. I think I'm gonna have to mix them for my perfect shade. However, they do have a bigger shade range. If I actually shopped for it, I doubt I would have to mix 2 shades. So this is what we're gonna use. I'm gonna use the shades 10N and 25N, and there's just like little droppers in it. I really don't know how much I'm gonna need. All right, so I'm just gonna take about that much of each color, and it actually came with a Dermablend brush in the PR package that they sent with these. So I'm just gonna mix the 2 on the back of my hand, and oh my gosh, did you guys see that? I'm just gonna buff this out with the brush because, you know, I'm assuming that this brush works well with this product. I'm just gonna keep buffing. Oh my gosh. It just keeps spreading and spreading. Oh, like I really did not put that much product on my hand at all. This is so insanely pigmented with like seriously the smallest amount of product. What in the world? Why have I been sleeping on this? Like I seriously can't believe this has been in my drawers for so long. Because I love a full coverage base. Okay, the Beauty Blender also won an award for Best Beauty Sponge. So I'm gonna use this to kind of press that into the skin. I'm not really sure. I'm not familiar with this foundation, so I don't know if it's gonna really take up any product or what. I'm honestly actually blown away by how much coverage that gave with such a small amount of product. And I would have to agree with the claim of it being lightweight. It's extremely lightweight, but so full coverage. I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna take a little bit of what's left on the sponge and just kind of try to conceal my eyelids a little bit. Well, I wasn't expecting that. That was crazy. So the Best Under Eye Concealer award went to the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. I definitely think this is a well-deserved award. This concealer is one of the best that released this year, right? Yeah, this came out this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this under the eyes. There's another one that won for covering blemishes, so I will show you that in just a second. We're gonna blend that out with the Beauty Blender. I'm using the shade 1N in this. I just blended out that original amount of concealer. I'm just gonna add a little bit more in the hollows of the eyes, just to really kind of brighten it up. So the best concealer for blemishes was the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Pretty sure that I tried this out last year because it won an award last year. I picked up another shade because this one I used for under my eyes, and I think I might have to mix it with something darker to conceal blemishes. So I picked up the shade Canelle, and I have Vanilla. I might have to mix the 2. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm just going to take the concealer side of my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to mix the 2 here. And I'm going to stamp this over top of blemishes. This one's much larger than I would have liked it to be, so thank heavens we have a good blemish concealer. And I am familiar with this formula. It's definitely very nice. Because I didn't have a shade that was dark enough usually for my blemishes, I haven't really been using it for under the eyes. It just kind of seems a little bit heavy sometimes, but now that I have a darker shade, I feel like I will totally be using it on the complexion to conceal blemishes instead. I'm gonna kind of go around the nose with this as well. And I'm just gonna bounce the Beauty Blender on top of that to really make sure it's nice and blended into the foundation. So now let's go ahead and set the under eyes. Is that what I want to do? Well, I do have a cream blush, so we might use this first. This is the Wander Beauty On The Glow brush. Blush. And this is like a double-sided stick. There wasn't a specific shade that won, but this won Best Cream Blush. And there is a highlighter on the other end, but I think I'm gonna use another highlighter. So we're just gonna try this out. I did buy this because I was very curious, and I'm going to use the other side of my Beauty Blender just to pick some of that up. I'm just kind of bouncing it on the back of my hand first to make sure we've got some product. And I'm just going to bounce this onto the skin. Oh, I got the shade, I think it's in the shade Bare. They have like a fun coral shade. They have a few. I think there's like 4 to choose from. This probably looks funny without any bronzer, but I just want to see how it applies over just creams right now. And then maybe if it gets a little bit washed out later, we can try to add it on top of like the powders again. I'm gonna put it across the nose a little bit. I don't wear cream blushes too often just because I like to set the T-zone, but I do think that was a really pretty color. I think it went on nicely. You can also apparently use this as a lip color too. So if you're somebody who loves cream products and you're on the go, Like Wander Beauty, the whole line is kind of made for women on the go. So here's the highlighter. It's actually really pretty. Here, let me swatch it for you. There's the highlight on the back of my hand. That's really nice. It's very subtle and soft. Let's go ahead and set the T-zone really quick. There are two powders that I'm going to use. One of them I've never tried before, the other one I have. This one is the one I've never tried. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent Pressed Setting Powder. And, you know, the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, the loose one, is like iconic. Why did I not know that they make a pressed version? Like, honestly. So here's what it looks like. Just like this. I really want to see how it works underneath the eyes. It didn't say specifically that it's for under the eye area, but we're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to make sure there's no creases under the eyes first. Oh, there's a nice mirror in here. All right, I'm just going to take my brush and let's set the under eye area with this. It has like a yellowish tint in the pan, but I wonder if it truly goes on translucent. Not too shabby. I'm going to take a bigger brush and just kind of pat this on the T-zone. Because I remember in the review, there was something specifically said about using this in the T-zone. It's actually really nice. I liked how that worked underneath the eyes. I'm also going to use it to set the eyelids before eyeshadow. Okay, so that's that. I feel like this would be a wonderful product to carry with you in your purse. I mean, I'll have to try it more, but there's like an actual like little foam thing in here that you can take with you and just like blot. I feel like this would be an amazing powder to just take, you know, out and about and to touch up with because everybody loves the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. So to have it in a pressed version, I feel like I'm going to use that on the go. So I'm definitely going to keep using this. I'm excited about it. I love Laura Mercier complexion products in general, so, you know, I don't know why I've never heard about that before, but here we are. All right, so the loose powder that won an award is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I did an entire review on this powder. It's the most crazy powder that's ever been made, I feel like. It's so unique. It feels like water on your skin. I'm gonna use this on the rest of my face. It's seriously so cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of that on a fluffier brush. And I'm just going to buff that all over the rest of the face. I'm very impressed at how pigmented the blush is, even with powder going over it. There are those two powders. I really like how my complexion looks right now. So this is another product that I've been using for a long time that I really do actually enjoy, and it's the KKW Beauty Contour Kits. Now, these have two highlighters and two like bronzing and contouring products in it. It also comes with a brush. Well, I think she sells them separately now, but I love to use these two mixed. So I always dip in this one, dip in this one. I tap it off on my wrist. This is just how I've learned how to do it. I don't know. This is what works for me. And then I just use that and press it underneath the cheeks. And I also go along the hairline with it. I like how there's two shades. You can really customize it. And that's usually how I like to do my complexion anyways. I like to use a more cool tone product to really sculpt out like the cheekbones or around the nose, and then something that's warmer to just kind of, you know, buff out the contour and bring a little bit more life back into the skin. So happy to see that it won an award. While we have this out, I'm actually going to use these highlighters in the kit because they're some of my favorites, if I'm being honest. I think they're gorgeous. I'm just mixing the two highlighter shades that are in the kit and applying this to the high points of the face. Putting it above the brows, down the nose, Cupid's bow, something like that. And then for bronzer, there were two bronzers that won. One of them I didn't pick up. The other one I've already owned and loved for a while. The bronzer that won Best Matte Bronzer is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzers. I have the shade Milk Chocolate Soleil. And the shimmer one was like a Dior one. And I would have picked it up, but they didn't have it on Sephora actually. And I needed it to get to my house fast. So maybe I'll try it later. I don't know. It's kind of expensive. So we're just going to add a little bit of this Too Faced bronzer over top of everything just because, you know, it's a good bronzer. I'm going to kind of pat it across the nose. Alright, so now let's move on to eyes. The eyeshadow palettes that won, okay, two of them are ones that I do want to eventually try. They were the Natasha Denona Sunset and Lila palettes. They both won because people couldn't choose which one was better. If you're not familiar with those are $130 each. And so, you know, like I want to try those eventually. I just felt like for this video that would be like way too much money to spend. So the other option was the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. It's $65 and I was going to buy that, but I went on Sephora and the reviews weren't like that crazy good. So I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna spend money on eyeshadows, it might as well be something that I'm genuinely intrigued about and want to try. So the Makeup Forever Single Shadows won for like best colored eyeshadows. I don't know why I picked these two colors. You guys, like how random, but oh, my shirt matches. So we're gonna use these today. I really don't know what look I'm gonna create. It's kind of random, but you know what, we're gonna test it out. I've seen these before, I've been intrigued by them, but they're $17 a pan. for a single eyeshadow, which is so crazy. So, you know, we're just gonna see how this goes. I'm taking this shade, which is called Khaki, which I felt like was a really nice kind of neutral fall khaki brown green. And I'm just gonna pop this in the crease as our transition. And I'm really gonna take my time to blend this one out. I really don't know what made me buy like these two colors. I don't know. I feel like I would have chosen something different had I been in stores, but ordering it online is like so difficult to figure out. So hopefully we can make something nice. Who knows? Maybe we should have done the eyes first. I don't know. So after I've got some of that color on, I'm taking a clean brush and just really buffing it out. I'm really starting to think I should have done the eyes first. Oh, what can you do? I'm gonna take what's left on the brush and just pinch the brush and start to buff this on the lower lash line. I think it's such a cool shade, if I'm honest. I did try to pick colors that I felt like I didn't own, you know, if I was gonna spend $17 on a single shadow. I didn't want it to be the exact same as everything else I have, and I feel like with this one at least, I really don't own anything like it. Next, I'm going to take this green shade. I'll have the shade linked down below. There were like numbers. Well, no, maybe it has a name, but I don't remember it off the top of my head, so it'll be linked down below if you want to know. I'm going to test it with a brush first, and I'm just going to start to apply this all over the lid. So it's applying well with a brush. I'm just going to test it with my fingers though, because I feel like it's a very buttery formula. And usually with shimmers, you get the best payoff with your fingers or with a wet brush. Ooh, yes, that's so pretty. I don't own any shadow like this. I'm going to try to smudge this same shade on the lower lash line as well. And then I'm taking the brush that we used with the khaki shade, and I'm just running that underneath to blend it out. I'm taking more of the khaki shade on a more dense, smaller brush, and I'm kind of wanting to do more of a halo eye. So I'm packing this on the outer portion of the lid and also taking a little bit of that in the inner corner and then going back over that with the green just kind of more in the center. I'm going to take some of the pressed translucent powder from Mercier that we used on a dense brush and see if I can just clean up this line a little bit. It is working. Alright, so the glitter eyeshadows that won are the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. These are not new either. They've definitely been around for a couple years now and been raved about here on YouTube for a long time. I do think that they are some of the best glitter shadows ever. I have mine in the shade Kitten Karma. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and I'm going to apply it to the very center of the lids just to kind of emphasize the halo eye I'm trying to create. You can apply these directly out of the tube, but I'm trying to be a little more subtle with it to let the green shadow kind of still shine through. Alright, so I am actually going to use the applicator for the lower lash line just to kind of tap that on the center of the lower lash line like this. And then I'm going to kind of blend that out with my pinky. I'm taking some of that translucent pressed powder and just cleaning up the line a little bit. I think I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit because I've seen Jaclyn Hill do something similar and it seems to work. So I'm just going to let that sit. Alright, for eyeliner I'm going to be using the Smashbox Always On liquid eyeliner. This won an award for being one of the best long wearing eyeliners. I've actually had this in my stuff for a long time as well and I don't think I've ever used it. So I'm very excited to. It has a felt tip and I'm just going to do a little wing. Actually, I'm not going to do a wing. I really like how this applied to my eye. It was so easy. It just like applied in one stroke. There's no skipping. So I felt like that went on really nicely. I'm obviously going to have to wait and see how it wears because it won an award for being long wearing. So a high-end mascara that won an award for, I think it was in the breakthrough category. It's the Benefit Badgal Bang Mascara. I also did a review on this where I wore it for 36 hours. I'll link that down below if you haven't seen it. And my lashes are so long that the tips of it smeared a little bit on my eyes. So I haven't really worn it too much since, but it won an award. I'm going to give it another shot. I feel like it did make my lashes look nice and it also is very lightweight. So let's give it a whirl. I'm going to dust away the translucent powder really quick. So there's the mascara. I mean, you know, it's not like my very favorite. I still think it makes my lashes look nice, but I really like a super voluminous lash. This is much more lengthening than it is voluminous. Volumizing, isn't that what I'm trying to say? Okay, I'm adding a little bit more highlight from the KKW Beauty Contour Kit really quick. And I'm wanting to use this to highlight my inner corners as well. I'm just going to take the lighter shade in it and just pop that in the inner corner of the eye, as well as right under the brow bone. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and take off any foundation on the lips. I'm gonna go back into some bronzer and just really warm up the face. I feel like it needs a little bit more bronzer. So I don't do this often, but I feel like this look needs some lashes. To be honest, I feel like these are some high-end lashes that should have won an award. I feel like the Velour Effortless lashes really deserve some recognition because they are no trim, fuss-free, really natural looking lashes. And I just think they're so pretty. So, you know, I've never tried this style before, I don't think. These are in the shade or style For Real though. I don't think I like the shape of those for this eye look. Let's see here. I might end up going with my go-tos, which are in the style Would I Lie? I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I love these lashes. As you can see, it doesn't add that much, but it's enough to be something and to add a little bit of extra something to your look. And then I'm just taking the eyeliner and going over the lash band just to disguise any glue. Okay, yeah, I really like how that looks. A little bit of a more voluminous lash. So there are 3 lip colors that I wanted to pick up that won awards. Guys, I don't know what's going on outside. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's like super late at night. I don't know what construction they're doing. So anyway, I should have picked a more nude color, but I picked colors in each one that I was really intrigued by. So, you know, let's see what happens. So let's start with this one. The Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayons one. Just this formula in general. I picked the shade Sucre. Sugar. It's sugar in French. And it's this pretty like coral pink. So let's see what this looks like. I mean, I don't think any of them are gonna match the eyes, let's be honest. But like I wanted this color, you know? I wanted to try this one. And this looks insane with this eye look. But it tastes really good. I really like that color. Pretend I don't have green eyeshadow on. It's a pretty nice lip color, don't you think? So that went on really nicely. They have tons of shades in this. And I love Bite Beauty as a brand in general. So I'm excited to see how this wears, you know? That's the thing about the lip products in this video. Again, I'm gonna have to kind of get back to you guys on some of them because I can't like wear these all day. Like I can only wear one for a few hours. After filming this, I mean. I will try to wear those and update you. I'll let you know if I end up really enjoying them or not. Okay, the next one I wanna try is the YSL Tatouage Matte Stain Liquid Lipstick. This won an award for being like the best liquid lipstick. I've seen Tati Westbrook talk about these. She loves them. I picked up the shade Rose Illicite and it's very pink. I was hoping to get a little bit of a more nude pink, but you know, I shop for all these online, so it's very pink. Let's see how this looks though. The applicator is so unique on this. It's like a little spatula. Wow, that's such a unique formula. It's extremely thin, but it's really pigmented, so you're not gonna get like the crusty lip. And I feel like that's a really fun color. Again, this is a color that would be really nice for every day. Ignore the green eyes. Ooh, tastes really good, smells really good. I'm excited. The packaging on this, oh my gosh, 10 out of 10. This is pricey though, so it's like, I never bought them because it's like $40 for one. Here's the applicator though, how unique is that? So cool. I wish I would have picked up a nude shade to like go with this eye look. I should have thought through this a little bit more because the next shade is the most bold and it's gonna look absolutely insane with this green eyeshadow, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. So there's that one. I really like that. And again, those are more about like formula than it is color. There's tons of different colors. So I'm excited to like wear them and see how they actually hold up throughout the day. All right, the last one is the Dior Addict Lacquer Plump liquid lipsticks. These are supposed to be liquid lipsticks, but they're a little bit more shiny. And I picked a berry shade because I love berries, but like that's gonna look so Barney-y with this. I don't even know. Let's try it out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These remind me so much of the Lancome Absolute Lacquer lip gloss things. Like it kind of has that same jelly formula. I should have lined the lips with this one. Very shiny. I feel like you can build it up over time. The shade is throwing me off so bad with this eye color, or with my eyeshadow, I mean. I'm gonna have to keep you guys posted on this. It's gonna stain my lips so bad. Oh my gosh. Wow, that sat on my lips for a very short amount of time and it left quite a stain, which would be really nice if like you're gonna wear a lip color for a long time. I'm really into having a stain left behind so you don't have to worry about your lip color looking funny. Well, none of those seem to really work for what I'm going for. Darn it, I should have picked up a nude. I don't know why I didn't. I feel like the best one was the YSL color, but even then it's a little bit too much for me. I'm going to line the lips really quick with the KKW Beauty Nude 1 lip liner. I'm kind of lining and filling the lips in with this. I'm kicking myself for not getting a nude. I'm so sorry, because like that would have completed the look very nicely, but it was just kind of an impulse buy. I'm gonna take the KKW Beauty lipstick in the shade Nude 1 and just kind of dab this on the center of the lips. I feel like that goes a little bit better with the eye look. I'm just gonna brush up the brows a little bit. I'm just gonna fill them in a little bit more on the ends here. And then, ironically, the Tarte Busy Gal Brow Gel won Best Tinted Brow Gel, and I had tried this in my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty video, and I like didn't really care for it. I think it might be the shade. It's a little bit too light. I like the spoolie on it, but we're gonna use this anyway because it won an award. Maybe I just need to grab the darker shade. This was sent to me though, so I don't have one, but the little spoolie is really nice on it. I will give it that. I feel like the blush really held up. I'm just gonna take a little bit more, and I just wanna see like how it applies over all of this. I wanna see if it will go on at all. I think it definitely is. I think this blush is so pretty. All right, there is another product that won an award that I was so excited about. This is not a new product, it's been around forever, but I personally have especially really fallen in love with it this year. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So we're gonna lock in this whole look using this. First of all, we gotta assess the situation. Do we need any more bronzer? We always do. And then let's lock it in with the spray. Got my handy fan, my beauty blender. If you've seen my videos before, you might have seen that I like to go back in with a powder. So I'm gonna take that pressed translucent powder from Mercier, and I like to just kind of set the T-zone down even more after I spray, just to really ensure that the oils stay at bay there. And that is it, my friends. That is the completed look. I do have one other product I want to show you. Here it is. I did pick this up. It was a hair product and it just intrigued me and I wanted to try it out. So it's the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Body Builder. And it's cool because you can kind of turn the nozzle here to customize how voluminous you want your hair. Like this is less body and then you turn it for more body. I thought that was really cool. I did use it in my hair before I started. Now my hair is kind of like a little bit more dirty than I would have liked it to be, and so I'm gonna have to try it again, but I do feel like it added really nice texture to my hair. I think I went a little bit crazy with it and it actually ended up weighing down my hair since it's so fine. I do have to kind of be careful about that. When I use texturizing products, I can't use too much, otherwise it weighs down, you know, my hair and I end up not getting as much volume as I would have wanted. So I'm really excited about this though. It's intriguing. There's quite a bit of product in here and it's just a cool kind of, I don't know, hair product. I'm into texturizing and bodybuilding hair things. So I'm really excited to keep playing with that. Overall, you guys, I have to say I really like how the makeup look turned out. I was really, you know, skeptical with this green eyeshadow and the colors that I chose, but it was a challenge and I feel like it turned out and I actually really like it. So I'll briefly kind of go through the things that I am really excited about. As always though, I'll leave a little star next to the products down in the description box that I'm really excited about that I would like recommend to you guys because I know that was a lot. There was a lot of products I talked about. So the Laneige Sleeping Eye Mask I'm gonna have to keep playing around with. I like the applicator of it. It felt really nice on my eyes. Really lightweight, but also really hydrating at the same time. So I'm actually very excited to keep playing with this because that's kind of the exact kind of eye products I personally like. The primer, Coconut Smoothie Primer, I'm gonna have to keep playing with this as well. I feel like in the fall and moving into winter, this might actually end up saving my skin and it seemed very hydrating, but it also didn't seem very greasy. So I'm excited to keep playing with this. Definitely something that I would check out if you're interested in it. Obviously I'm gonna have to keep playing with it though. The Dermablend Flawless Creator Pigment Drop things, oh my gosh, like I did not know how good these were going to be. I'm so glad I tried these instead of going to like my tried and true Estee Lauder Double Wear or trying the Marc Jacobs foundation that won an award. I'm so glad that I used this because it looks like my skin. Like well, it's kind of settling into my line here, which always happens, but it really is so lightweight but so full coverage. And I'm so excited about that because you guys know I love a full coverage look, but I don't always want to look like it's very makeup-y, and I feel like this complexion is one of my favorites I've ever seen, and it's because of this. So I'm so excited. I will definitely keep using these. If you're somebody who likes full coverage but you like a lightweight feel, check these out. I also think it's customizable. Like if you don't like a heavy coverage, you could totally just kind of use it and drop it into your moisturizer, make a tinted moisturizer with these. I'm very excited about those. I'm excited about the Mercier Pressed Translucent Powder. I think I'll definitely keep using this, and again, I feel like it's going to be something that I'll be carrying with me to go, you know? I just feel like it's a good blotting powder. I'm gonna have to test under flash and things like that. I'm assuming that it won't give you flashback. The original Mercier does not, so I'll have to get back to you on that, but I'm excited about it. I really like the formula of the Makeup Forever eyeshadows. $17 each is very expensive though, so it's like, you know, it's up to you guys. There are great eyeshadows at the drugstore, so this was just kind of fun for me to play with personally, but I really am happy with how the look turned out, and I was happy with how these worked and wore, and I'm glad that they're colors that I don't really own a lot of, so I do think I'll get some use out of these. The Laura Mercier concealer under the eyes, yes, the soft matte concealer for blemishes, I feel like that worked really well as well, so I would recommend that. The Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder, it's a very unique product. I do think it works really well. It's not like my go-to setting powder, but I definitely think it's a fun product. If you haven't played with it before, you definitely should check it out. And I do think it makes your skin look really nice, so I would like recommend it. I like it. I just haven't really found myself reaching for it all the time, so that's just something to note. The Wander Beauty Blush I thought was a really nice product. It's a nice dual-ended product, and I think it's going to be nice for on the go. I'm excited to kind of dab it on the cheeks and use it on the lips. You guys know that's one of my tips for like a super easy, quick lip and cheek color in the mornings if you're late, so I do think that's going to be nice for that. I'm excited to try the highlighter. Hopefully it won't be too dark for me. Bite Beauty lip color I'm going to have to play with. I'm actually the most excited about the YSL liquid lipsticks. These seem the most promising. You know, if you're going to splurge, it might as well be on something that's really bougie. Do you know what I mean? And when it comes to a lip product, at least for me, because there's so many lip products out there, and so I'm excited to play with this. I'm excited about the shade and the formula. I'll keep you guys posted, but this is definitely the one that I'm most excited about. The Dior Addict one, you know, I think the packaging is pretty. I'm gonna have to keep playing with it. It might be too similar to the Lancome ones that I own, that I might not end up, you know, getting a lot of use out of it because I already have so many of those. But I'll definitely keep playing with it, and I'll keep playing with the Bite Beauty one as well. The eyeliner went on really nicely, and we'll have to see if it wears long. I remember when I got this in the mail though, I swatched it on my hand and it stayed on my hand for like 48 hours. So, you know, I don't know why I haven't ever tried it on my eyes yet, but I'm excited to see how this ends up wearing. Gosh, what else? The brow product, you know, they're not my favorite brows I've ever done. You guys know I'm very picky about my brows, and right now I like the Benefit Precisely My Brow and the MAC Shape and Shade felt tip thing. Like that's my go-to, and anything else just doesn't quite do it for me right now. Badgal Bang, it's not my favorite. And as always, Urban Decay All Nighter, it's a must. It really worked. It's my favorite. I love this stuff. And I think that's everything. Hopefully that wasn't too crazy for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. And just so you know, this is just a fraction of what won. There are so many other products that won, so I'll leave the website down below so you guys can go check out any other products that won. I wanted to kind of address really quickly a point that was brought up in my drugstore version of this video. A lot of you guys were like, I wonder if, you know, brands are behind this and some of the products that don't really impress us, like, are the brands paying for a spot? And I think that's a really good point. I mean, I don't have an answer for you, but I feel like that might, I mean, it could very well happen. Just knowing this industry, it could be a thing. I don't really know, but that's why I feel like it's really fun for me to sit down and go through all these and like let you know what's really actually good and what's gonna be worth your money. So I really do hope that this was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think should have won awards this year. Like, is there anything that you've discovered this year that you just feel like is incredible, that deserves some recognition? If so, leave that in the comments down below. I would love to see what you guys are thinking and what you guys are loving, of course. If you didn't see the drugstore Allure Best of Beauty Award winner video that I made, I will link that down below so you guys can watch it. If you're new here, I would love to have you on board. You guys can go ahead and subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every single time I post, just click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when I upload. Well, I'm gonna go out to dinner now with this green glittery eye, so wish me luck. It's a little bit of a country town where I live, so I'll definitely stand out a little bit. But you know what? I really like how it turned out. Thanks again for watching, you guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!